What's going on, guys? My name is Jake, and I've got a gameplay for you on Arkaden. It's going to be a domination game, and this is actually the follow-up to the Spawn Lock series, where I said I was going to give you guys a tips and tricks video on how to get a Moab. And so let's jump right into it. First off, if you guys start on the A side like I am, make sure you have your running class SMG, and I'll get into all that stuff in a minute. But what you want to do is you want to run straight over to C, and right before you turn this corner, they're going to cap the flag. But most of the team runs through this little hallway right here. And as you see here, I get a quick triple kill. It says double kill, but I got 3 kills, and I ended up dying. Most of the time, you're going to end up dying from it. But if not, you'll start off your Moab streak pretty good, and you'll actually be right in the area that you want to be in. But like I said, this is going to be a tips and tricks on how to get a Moab, and unlike most of the commentators or videos that I've seen, this is actually, I think, probably going to be the best advice on how to get a Moab, especially in Arkaden. And so yeah, let's jump right into it. First off, if you guys have watched the Spawn Lock series, and particularly the one on Arkaden, you'll see that I broke down the spawns on the C domination side, or the C side spawn trap, that we're actually going to be utilizing here. And the reason why this is important is because there are 4 major spawns. One's in the room that I am right now. The next one is in now this room right on top of the stairs. The other 2, one being right here where I'm standing now, and then the other one is right at the loading dock, which is right before the green room entrance, I believe. And that's after this death. This is the start of the Moab right here. But those are the 4 major spawns. So you have the one in the top construction room, one right above the steps of construction, the little ticket area, and then the loading dock area. Those are the 4 major spawns. And the reason that's important, and if you guys follow my Spawn Lock series, I talk about how if you give them 2 or 3 major spawns, they are going to continually spawn in that general area. So giving them 4, what this means is we can actually run from one side of their spawn to the other side of their spawn, and they're always going to have 2 connecting spawns, 2 connecting major spawns. And that's what we want them to do. So what you're going to see me doing in throughout this map, and what you're going to need to do, or want to do, is you're going to want to run basically back and forth from one side of their spawn all the way to the other side. So you're going to see me go from loading docks all the way up through construction, and then turn around, do a loop, and go all the way back down, do a loop, go back up, go back down. Basically rinse and repeat the entire time. Occasionally you'll see me run out outside of that loop, like right here. I see this guy here, and then I get ready to turn around, and then I notice there's another 2 or 3 guys, or 1 guy or something over here. So I go and get him, and then you'll see after I get him, I quickly, after I reload my gun, I quickly go right back to my path that I originally had and get right back into it. Now you'll see here that I'm actually running this with a full party, and I said that, if you guys want to do this, in the Spawn Lock series, you can do it with a full party. That's not necessarily true. You don't really need to do it with a full party. As you can tell, most of my teammates aren't actually set up in the positions that I talked about. So I'm actually going to talk about them like they're a bunch of randos, because most of the time randos kind of just do whatever they want. They don't really have any rhyme or reason to what they're doing or anything like that. So like my teammates right now, they're actually pushing up the spawns. Like you can see, one of my teammates right now is inside of construction, taking away those 2 major spawn points. So what's end up happening is, with those ones taken away, the enemy is actually spawning in between B and C, which is kind of in the green room right now where I'm at, and stuff like that. So you don't necessarily need a team. You just kind of need to know the general area of where they're spawning. And once my teammate dies, they'll spawn back up in the construction area, and you'll see that here in a few minutes. I think that's actually where I get my Moab, my final kill for my Moab. But as you can see, I'm just running back and forth in this area. They're going to continually spawn in that area, and most people don't realize this. They're going to continue to spawn too near the last point that they've had. So if you triple cap them, like we triple cap them right now, I don't know how long ago we did, but they're still spawning around the C domination flag. So as long as there's nobody really on the C domination flag, even though we own it, they're still going to spawn on that flag or around that flag in those major spawns. So you can kind of triple cap them, and as long as everyone's vacated themselves out of the area, they're still going to spawn in that area. So this is just a quick little tip for those of you that didn't know. And watch this. I should have died here. I thought that guy was shooting up in the air for some reason, but he wasn't. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. You want to run basically that path that I showed you. You want to go behind this little ticket booth thing that I'm at right now. When you're running up through construction, you have this little wall thing right here that I'm looking straight at on the other side of the dumpsters, and you want to run behind that just so nobody down the minibar sees you, and watch yourself when you're running up these stairs, because like I said, there is a major spawn right here, and I think right here is where I get the Moab. It's a horrible time to reload, but there it is. And I can't imagine, or can't believe I actually went through that entire time and didn't talk about the setup that you have. The setup that I have is you want to pick, the most comfortable SMG that you have. At this time, I was using the PP901. Now I use the MP7. For those of you guys that don't really have one, I would recommend one of those two guns. I would use the silencer on it, and whichever one you want. If you want to use the two attachments, I would recommend rapid fire being the other one. Some people recommend extended mags, which is a good one as well. Whichever one you want, I would highly recommend at least having a silencer on it. Moving into the perks, starting off, I had extreme conditioning, hardline, and steady aim, I believe the other one was. And I'm running this specialist package, of course, as you can tell. And my first one is sleight of hand. My third kill is scavenger, and my fifth kill, whatever it is assassin. I would recommend quick draw in there if you don't want to use assassin, or if you wanted to change those up a little bit. Like I said, you don't really necessarily need to have hardline as your second main perk. You can use quick draw, or you can use stalker as your third perk. Whichever way you want, I would just recommend this one for those of you guys starting out. And I mean that's pretty much it, guys. I mean it's pretty easy to get a Moab in this, following those directions. As long as your team can hold down A and B, and they have C on and off, and you're running back and forth in that little loop that I kind of pointed out, kind of using cover, going behind the wall and the ticket booth and stuff like that, and watching the stairs when you're running up it. It's very easy to get a Moab. I say that I don't normally play for Moabs, so I've only gotten, I don't know, 5 or 6 Moabs on this map, but like I said, I don't normally play that way, and just every once in a while I do, and this is pretty much the easiest map. Out of all the Moabs I've gotten, I've got it on this map the most. But like I said, I don't really try for Moabs, but it's pretty easy. I mean, when I do try for them, I get close probably, I don't know, 60-70% of the time, and I don't know, get them maybe 25 or 30% of the time. I actually have a video that I did the day after I made this one where I almost got a double Moab. I was like 3 kills off or something like that. But that's going to finish it up, guys. Like I said, it's pretty easy. It's not too difficult to get it. Just follow those tips, and you should do fine. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya.